So this is a countertop espresso maker from the Gevi company, and it has a lot going on in a very compact package. If we look how skinny this thing is, this is a fantastic product to tuck in the corner when you need it. This is the stainless steel model, so you can see it's got stainless steel sides. It has a tray on the top here to actually warm your glassware. So if you have normal size glassware, and actually it does fit this large cup here, you can put your cups up here because that's where the boiler is. That's where it's keeping the hot water handy. So it actually heats your cups up right there. It does have the standard steam wand on the side and the milk frother. And for your safety, it actually has a tab, a handle. So, you know, this can actually make it a little bit easier to swing out here and use, which is kind of nice. It does have a hand knob to turn on. So it kind of brings that aesthetic in. And then as far as ease of use, you'll see it has a pressure gauge up here. Don't worry about that too much. It's just telling you if it goes into the red, that's probably an issue, but it's actually completely automatic. And the buttons along the top here, which I'll show you as we plug it in, really slick because they handle all of the operations and it couldn't be easier. So once you plug it in, it does have a 5-minute sleep timer, but just go ahead and hit the power and that light here is going to start it preheating. It doesn't take long at all. You hit that, it's going to go ahead and start to heat up the water that it has. And when all 3 lights come on, usually under a minute, it's ready to go and you can start pulling shots. So actually it's already ready. So like I said, just about a minute. So you hit that while you're getting your other items ready. It's got a little bit of water residue because I just cleaned it. But this is a portafilter and it's a very fine mesh screen. It's a super fine mesh screen for which the coffee has to squeeze through, and that's how you're extracting all of the great flavor and the oils out of the coffee. Now this just happens to be the double size. They also have a single shot size. Whenever you pull shots out of this though, it's going to come out into 2 streams, so you're going to get a certain amount. Now the amount is adjustable. Maybe you like your shots a little bit taller, maybe you like them a little bit stronger. You can adjust all that, which is really cool. Even though it's completely 4-button programmable up here, it can actually be adjusted and you can set the amount of water that you want to come out, which is a really cool feature. It does have a complete manual right here, so you can see all of the features and operations of it. It's going to have guides on how to froth milk, all the different steps, how much time to use, what kind of temperatures, all that information. And the water is actually stored in the back here. It does recommend that you use filtered water. If this is your first time using it, you can go ahead and actually draw water through it. So on the side here, if I just turn this knob, I can actually start to draw water from it. So there you go. So it's actually hot water that's coming out of it, and I'm just drawing that. Now what's neat about that, just this is not steamed water because I didn't turn it on to steam mode. I can actually preheat the cup here, so this can be ready. It does come with a tamper and a measuring spoon. So there's the grounds. You generally want them to heap, so as you push down with the tamper here, and I'm just pushing very lightly, but we'll come back here. You want to, it said like 10 kilograms. I don't know how you would measure 10 kilograms of force, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to exceed, there's a line that says max there. So maybe you want a tiny bit more grounds. We can do that by just adding a little bit more grounds to it. But when you do that, don't exceed the max. So that's important. So I'm gonna go ahead and tamp this down. We slide it in and then we lock it into position. Now that it's preheated, we're literally ready to go. I can start to easily pull a shot by just hitting this button up on top. So you guys can see how this makes espresso. So we are making our first espresso tonight. It started out really slow and it did that on purpose. It's actually designed to do that to help kind of pre-season the coffee, get some of that oils out, and then it uses that heavy pressure to extract all the coffee goodness. This is your double espresso. This is going to be super strong, but we're going to want to add something to it. You could have it this way. Now you could add hot water and then you'd have an americano. So this is a double espresso. This is that layer that we were talking about. So you get the cream from the coffee, you get the dark black, and you'll want to mix this if you were to drink it. You could drink it right now. So to heat up milk, which is another feature that this espresso machine has, it has this steam wand on the side. The neat thing about that is you don't have to have a bunch of equipment. We can do this all with this single machine. So there's a button right here to actually start it into the steaming mode. So I hit that one time, you're going to want to wait until that light turns solid, which is not very long. But when that light is solid, that tells you that you're ready to use and extract steam. If you do it too early, it's going to be hot water. You want it to be hotter because you want it to be steaming. So we're going to take this milk. The milk should be about 35 to 42 degrees, so come straight out of the fridge with that if you can. But you can go ahead and start to turn this knob, and I can start to froth the milk. The beauty of this is it's already heating the milk, and it's turning it in circles, so it moves it around. So other than just microwaving milk, this evenly heats up your milk. So you want to make sure you turn that completely off before you remove it. So now I've got my milk, and I'm going to do my super latte pour here. There you go. So that is your cafe latte. Very easy to use. I just showed you all the steps, and let's take a taste of our product. Man, that's good. So if I want to add water to it, it's really easy. I just open it up and I can add some water back in, the water that we used. So that's one way to fill it up. You can take the whole thing and remove the whole thing. It does have a max indicator back here. So go ahead and fill this with your filtered water. That's overall the espresso maker. Like I said, it does a really good job of pulling basic shots. It has a milk frother. You can use this to heat up water as well if you want to make an americano and do it that way, kind of backwards.